What's up, guys? I'm Nathan.
I'm Evelyn.
Today we'll be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Tuesday. First of all, let me get something straight. This is a journal, not a diary. I know that it says on the cover, but when Mom went out to buy the thing, I specifically told her to get one that didn't say diary on it. Great. All I need is some jerk to catch me carrying this book around and get the wrong idea. The other thing I want to clear up right away is that this was Mom's idea, not mine. But if she thinks I'm going to write down my feelings in here or whatever, she's crazy. So just don't expect me to say, oh, dear diary this and dear diary that. The only reason, okay, I agreed to do this is because I figured out later when I'm rich and famous, I'll have better things than answering people's stupid questions all day long. So this book may come in handy. Greg, tell us about your childhood. Were you always so smart and handsome? Here's my journal. Now, shoo. Like I said, I'll be famous one day, but for now, I'm stuck in middle school with a bunch of morons. Let me just say that for the record, I think middle school is the dumbest idea ever invented. You got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet, mixed with these gorillas who need to shave twice a day. And then they wonder why bullying is such a big problem in middle school. Connected dots, mister. As if it was on me, grade levels will be based on height, not age. But then again, I guess that means kids like Sherry Gupta will still be in first grade. Sigh. Well, today is the first day of school. And right now, we're just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured out might as well write this book to pass the time. By the way, let me give you some good advice. On the first day of school, you got to be real careful where you sit. You walk in the classroom and just plunk your stuff down any old desk. The next thing your teacher will say, I hope you like where you are sitting because these are your permanent seats. Gah! So in this class, I got stuck with Chris Horsey in front of me and Lionel James in the back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I stopped that from happening at the last second. Next period, I should just sit in the middle of the bunch of hot girls as soon as I step in the room. But I guess if I do that, well, it just proves that I didn't learn anything from last year. Greg, will you please pass this note to Shelly? Yay! Well, I don't know what's up with girls these days. It used to be a hot, low, simpler back in the elementary school. The deal was, if you were the fastest runner in your class, you get all the girls. And in the 5th grade, the fastest runner was Ronnie McCoy. Nowadays, it's whole more complicated. Now it's kind of like how kind of clothes you wear, or how rich you are, or you have a cute butt or whatever. And kids like Ronnie McCoy are scratching on their head, wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bryce Anderson. The thing is really stinks that he have always been into girls, but kids like Bryce only come around in the last couple of years. I remember how Bryce used to act back in elementary school. Girls are stinky poos. But of course, now I don't get any credit for sticking with the girls all this time. Like I said, Bryce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves the rest of the guys scrambling for other spots. I'm the best that I can figure out. I'm somewhere around like 52 or 53 most popular this year. But the good news is I'm about to move up one spot because Charles Davis is above me and he's getting his braces now squeaked. I tried to explain this popularity stuff to my friend Rolly, who is probably hovering right around the 150 mark, by the way. But I think it just goes in one year and other with him. Today we had phys ed, so the first thing I did was to go outside and sneak off to the basketball court and see if the cheese was still there, and sure enough it was. That piece of cheese has been sitting on the blacktop since last spring. I guess it must have dropped out from someone's sandwich or something. After a couple of days, the cheese started getting all moldy and nasty. Nobody would play basketball on the court where the cheese was, even though that was the only court who had a hoop with a net. Then one day, this kid named Darren touched the cheese with his fingers, and that's when he started and called this thing the cheese touch. It's basically like a cooties, but if you get the cheese touch, you're stuck with it until you pass to somewhere else. The only way to protect you from cheese touch is to cross your fingers. But it's not that easy remembering to keep your fingers crossed every moment of the day. I ended up taping mine together so they stay crossed at a time. But I got D in handwriting, but it was totally worth it. This one kid named Abe got the cheese touch in April, and nobody would even come near him for the rest of the year. This summer, Abe moved away to California and took the cheese touch with him. I just hope someone doesn't start the cheese touch up again, because I don't need that kind of stress in my life anymore. I'm having a seriously hard time getting used to this fact that summer is over and I have to get out of bed every morning to go to school. My summer did not exactly get off with a great start, thanks to my older brother, Roderick. A couple of days into the summer vacation, Roderick woke me up in the middle of the night. He told me I slept through the whole summer. Luckily, I woke up just in time for the first day of school. You might think I was pretty dumb for falling into that one, but Roderick was dressed up in his school clothes and he set my alarm clock ahead to make it look like it was the morning. Plus, he closed my curtain so I couldn't see that it was still dark. After Roderick woke me up, I got dressed and went downstairs to make myself some breakfast, like I do every morning on a school day. But I guess I was making a pretty big racket because the next thing I knew, Dad was downstairs yelling at me for eating Cheerios at 3 a.m. in the morning. It took me a minute to figure out what the heck was going on. After I did, I told Dad that Roderick had played a trick on me and he was the one that should be yelled at. Dad walked down to the basement to chew Roderick out. I tagged along, but I couldn't wait to see Roderick was coming to him. But Roderick covered his tracks pretty good. And to this day, I'm sure Dad thinks that I got a screw loose or something. Today at school, we got assigned to our reading groups. They don't come right out and tell you if you're in the gifted group or the easy group, but you can figure out right away by looking at the covers of the book they hand out. I was pretty disappointed to find out I got put in the gifted group because that just means a lot of extra work. When they did the screening at the end of the year, I did my best to make sure I put in the easy group this year. Fred picked up the book. Phew, thanks. Mom is real tight with our principal, so I bet she stepped up and made sure that I got put in the gifted book again. Mom is always saying I'm a smart kid, but I just don't apply myself. But if there's one thing that I learned from Roderick, it is set people's expectations really low so you end up surprising them by particularly doing nothing at all. Roderick, I want the dirty underwear off the kitchen table because I get home from work. Run later. Actually, I'm kind of glad my plan to get put in the easy group didn't work. I saw a couple of the kids reading Binksy's Boo Kids, holding their book upside down. I don't think they were joking. Well, the first week of school is finally over, so today I slept in. Okay, so today I'm gonna read until here, and see you tomorrow. What do you want to say, Evelyn?
See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye.